Referee Todd Sinclair calls for the opening bell of a huge rematch from Glory by Honor 5 Night 2 when ROH made its Manhattan Center debut last September. That match saw Bryan Danielson retain the ROH World title against Kenta. Here tonight, the big rematch here in Chicago.
Danielson with the hip toss, gaining the early advantage. Both men back to their feet. These two guys know each other so well. They've been in so many great matches over the years here in ROH, Dave.
Yeah, that match back at Glory by Honor 5 Night 2, considered by many to be match of the year last year. And no doubt the fans here in Chicago will be in for a treat with this particular pairing. We've seen such exciting contests out of both of these competitors against one another and a variety of opponents. Of course, just last night, Kenta was involved in a very hard-hitting matchup against Rocky Romero, as neither man with a decided advantage on that exchange right there. But Rocky Romero and Kenta, both known for their striking ability, last night was no different. You know, very, very hot building. Saw Kenta edge out the victory against Romero. So he's got momentum coming into this matchup, trying to even the score against Danielson in a singles matchup.
Drop to hold into the front face lock. And Danielson back to his feet. Able to drive Kenta down to the canvas with a hammerlock and controls the wrist. Driving the knee into the small of the back and grabbing the forearm. Pulling that wrist back against the grain as well. Pressure on many parts of the body of Kenta here by Danielson, just grinding down on that wrist. Kenta in all sorts of pain. Danielson now using his foot, trying to drive the arms of Kenta down to the canvas. Pinning combination here. Kenta trying to keep his shoulders off the canvas and kicks away to force the break.
He's able to maneuver himself out of that position at the referee's count of 2. Both been very cautious here in the early going. Collar and elbow tie-up as Kenta trying to back Danielson into the corner here. Referee looking for a clean break. But a slap across the face from Kenta. He knows that Danielson isn't going to leave any openings like that. So he's going to take full advantage on the collar and elbow tie-up into the corner. Kenta has to be aggressive in a matchup like this.
You know, when you're in there against an athlete the caliber of Bryan Danielson, you don't want to show any fear. You don't want to show any unwillingness to mix it up. When you have the advantage, you have to take it, because any weakness that Bryan sees in your game, he's going to be quick to try and exploit it. So Kenta right there just trying to show Bryan Danielson that he doesn't fear him. He doesn't think he's going to back down from Bryan Danielson at all, no matter how good Bryan is.
Some hard kicks right there to the leg. And comes up with a wrist lock on Danielson.
Well, these two guys also met on the main event of our first pay-per-view. Respect is earned.
Oh, what a slap! Right across the face. Forearm exchange now between these two. Back and forth they go with forearm strikes. Side headlock grabbed by Kenta. Danielson shoots him off. Shoulder tackle. Kenta steps over Danielson. Going for the leapfrog, but Kenta just kicks him right out of midair.
Danielson out to the floor trying to buy some time. They also met back at Best in the World in March of 2006 when Danielson teamed with Samoa Joe to take on Kenta and Naomichi Marufuji. They were part of that brutal three-way at In Your Face in June of 2006 that also included Samoa Joe. You know, like every time these two athletes get in the ring together, it is, not guaranteed a classic, but you are in store for an excellent professional wrestling contest between two very gifted athletes.
Every time that they have been in the ring against one another here in ROH, it has turned into a match that people talk about for weeks after it takes place, and the people that rave about on DVD.
Well, a lot of times styles, they say, make the match, and every so often through the years there are opponents that just seem tailor-made for one another to have great matches. Ric Flair had Ricky Steamboat and Dusty Rhodes. Dory Funk Jr., had Jack Briscoe. Harley Race had Ric Flair. There are just guys who seem to mesh well together, and you're guaranteed to get a great match because they bring out the best in one another, and that's exactly what these two guys do. They bring out the very best in two very, very gifted athletes.
Danielson trying to figure out a way to escape as he bridges forward and does free himself while keeping the legs of Kenta tied up. Trying to shake off the effects and continue to keep Kenta down on the canvas.
I would suspect that Bryan is aware that Kenta probably has a bit of a quickness advantage, so him going to work on the legs of Kenta is very wise strategy early in the matchup. Try and slow Kenta down.
Releases the face hold. He had his nose, he had his mouth. Before the count of 5. As the legs tied up once again, Kenta trying to reach the ropes, and he does.
Does get the clean break, but brought back to his feet and rocked with a European uppercut by Danielson. Reversal by Kenta. Danielson off the ropes. Sunset flip attempt. Kenta trying to put on the brakes, and does so with an open hand slap right to the face.
Snapmare brings Danielson down. Kenta out to the apron. Brings himself back in. And a round of applause from the fans here in Chicago. Stomping away on the American Dragon. Trying to keep him down, off his feet. Brings him back down with the snapmare and grabbing the chin lock, looking to take away the energy of Bryan Danielson, a wrestler who has been known to last in lengthy contests. Needs to try to wear Danielson down as best he can.
It's going to be no small feat because Bryan Danielson may be the best conditioned athlete in the sport. Dragon screw.
After absorbing several hard kicks from Kenta, was able to take him off his feet with the Dragon Screw leg whip, and now it's Danielson back in command.
Danielson not afraid to go 40, 50, 60 minutes if necessary.
But he's also a wrestler who can end it quickly with a vast array of different finishers. Whether it's cattle mutilation, whether it's just raining down with elbows on the side of the head of his opponent, whether it's the cross-face chicken wing. As right now, got Kenta grounded. Stretch plum choke cinched in by Danielson. Trying to wear him down, cut off the oxygen, cut off the circulation at least.
Really wrenching back on the hold, making it very difficult for Kenta to breathe. Todd Sinclair right there. Kenta trying to bridge his way out to sort of eliminate some of the pressure, roll towards his stomach. Danielson now has the arms trapped, just grinding the elbow into the ear of Kenta. Not going to finish off Kenta by driving your elbow to the side of his head, but you're definitely going to punish the man.
Well, breaking at the count of 4 as now he's looking to follow up. Pulling Kenta back up to his feet. European uppercut.
So the impact on that blow as Kenta staggers towards the corner. And another one connects, and that one not on the chest, but right on the jaw of Kenta.
Took the head trap, takes him over with the suplex. Just snapping Kenta down, and now going after the cross arm breaker attempt. But Kenta has his fingers clasped together to prevent full extension on the hold.
If Danielson is able to get that elbow opened up, that'll be bad news for Kenta. All the pressure on that elbow capsule. Smartly, Kenta rolling Danielson down to his shoulders. And there it is. He's got it trapped right now. Kenta struggling, trying to make it towards the ropes.
Kenta, come on. Okay, ropes. 1, 2, 3. Break it up. Break. Yeah.
Releases the hold, does Danielson.
Momentarily before just stomping on the elbow. And there you see the mean streak, the aggressiveness in Bryan Danielson coming to the forefront.
And that's exactly why Kenta can't not be aggressive against Bryan Danielson in a matchup like this, especially when he's trying to rebound from that loss to Danielson back at Glory by Honor 5 Night 2. Just really doing a lot of damage.
Knee to the midsection while he was tied up in the ropes, and another European drops him right in the center of the ring. Danielson quickly now turning his attention back to the legs of Kenta. Smartly, Kenta, though, driving his forearms and his hands in front of his body to make it difficult for Danielson to reach his wrists.
It's a good defensive strategy on Kenta's part.
But a well-placed elbow and a fist to the small of the back just forces you to bring those arms closer to your body when you're in that kind of pain. And now Danielson has the wrist strapped and might be looking for the surfboard.
Rocking back with it. And elevates Kenta. And has the shoulders against the canvas. But only a 2 count. Danielson thought it was 3.
Used the momentum, sorry Dave, of Kenta against him, just drove him quickly right over his own shoulders down to the canvas and was able to almost get a quick fall there.
Just standing on Kenta, taking full advantage of the referee's count. Kenta struggling to get back to his feet.
Well, he's absorbed an awful lot of punishment here in the early going. Sets him in the corner, European uppercut. Second rope, pretty much holding up Kenta at this point.
Wow, slap right across the face. Just taunting Kenta now. Oh, another hard slap.
Todd Sinclair with a warning to get out of the corner and stay off the man's hair, but Danielson right back to work.
But Kenta firing back. That just infuriated Kenta. As now he sends Danielson into the buckle. Gets the boot up. And gets met with the boot from Kenta. Boot from Danielson to the second rope. Caught out of midair into the ace crusher.
And that's certainly the move that Kenta needed at that point in time to stop the onslaught of Bryan Danielson and get back into this matchup. This crowd getting behind both of their athletes as Kenta starts to unleash the kicks. Danielson off the ropes.
Big boot from Kenta takes Danielson down. Trademark combination of strikes from Kenta does the trick. He's got Danielson on his back. Kenta out to the apron, springboard. Missile drop kick as Danielson got back to his feet. But only a near fall.
Great show of agility there by Kenta. Still has a lot of that quickness even after the work by Danielson on the legs. Danielson though lands on his feet, drops down, up and over he goes. Leg lariat right on the button, covered by Kenta, quickly hooks the leg. But only able to get 2.
Danielson trying to shake off the effects here. Oh, just measuring him for a hard kick right to the arm. Danielson feeling the effects and how in the corner.
Kenta just drove the boot right into the biceps, the exposed elbow of Danielson.
And Kenta can't show any mercy whatsoever with Danielson.
Danielson running up the ropes, avoids Kenta. German suplex with a bridge.
He had him down for an ear fall. Danielson back to his feet.
You'd have to think that kick to the arm definitely slowed him down as far as being able to hold him for that cover.
Going for that cross-face chicken wing, but Kenta back to his feet before Danielson can cinch in the hold. Elbow to the side of the head of Danielson twice. Make it 3 times. Kenta now hits the ropes. Steps over Danielson. Backbreaker right over the knee. Just caught Kenta as he came off the ropes, elevated him and drove him down across the knee with the backbreaker.
Danielson getting some encouragement from his fans here, back to his feet. Charges Kenta in the corner, but Kenta gets the boot up. Elevates himself onto the second turnbuckle. Drops down over the top rope. Went for that springboard kick again, but Danielson with a drop kick, sending Kenta out to the floor.
Kenta trying to get back to his feet on the floor. Meanwhile, Danielson waiting for the right moment. Going for the dive, and Kenta able to nail the kick before Danielson can go soaring through the ropes and wipe him out on the floor. But that took a lot out of Kenta.
Well, after the impact of the kick, Kenta crashed back down to the floor. And of course, Danielson was running full steam ahead when the boot of Kenta was driven right into his face. Men now on their feet on the apron, very dangerous on the outside of the ring.
Maybe looking for a suplex on the apron. That's just the frame of the ring underneath. Jockeying for position. Who's going to get the maneuver?
Forearms from Kenta. Boot to the face.
Belly to belly, off the apron to the floor. High impact maneuvers like that can end a matchup such as this. As Kenta, lifeless, out on the floor. Todd Sinclair checking on his condition.
Well, Bryan Danielson not much better on the apron. Still see him clutching that right arm, the shoulder. He's had a nagging shoulder injury for some time. He was out for almost 5 months after he lost the ROH World title. And that shoulder's still a problem for Danielson.
It's always going to be a weakness in Bryan Danielson that his opponents can go after, but right now, bad shoulder or not, he does certainly have the advantage in this match. As Kenta took full impact down on the floor with that belly-to-belly suplex.
You gotta wonder if that kick from Kenta maybe didn't tear the biceps of Danielson as well. That was right on the joint of the elbow where the biceps tendon meets the bone.
Cross-face chicken wing from Bryan Danielson. Wraps the legs around the body of Kenta. This could be it right here. He's got it in the middle of the ring as well.
This is the move he won the ROH World title with. And then held that belt for some 15 months.
Crowd encouraging Kenta to work his way to the ropes.
Kenta trying to turn his body away from the pressure of the hold. And is able to get his foot on the bottom rope. Todd Sinclair right there, calling for the break.
Danielson very methodical in everything that he does.
Oh, there you see the pain still on Danielson as he tries to throw those forearms. Has to go to the left side. Head of steam off the ropes.
Running forearm strike. And more momentum off the ropes. That knocks Kenta off his feet. But only a 2 count. Going for cattle mutilation.
Once again, Kenta in the center of the ring. In a submission predicament.
Cattle mutilation cinched in. Will this be enough to make Kenta tap?
It's another thing that makes Bryan Danielson so special as a wrestler. He knows where he is at all time, and the most effective way to execute a maneuver. But Kenta somehow struggles to make it to the ropes.
He reaches the ropes, and Danielson waiting until the last split second before the count of 5 to release. Going for the dragon suplex. Kenta blocks. As they exchange leverage here, near falls for both competitors.
What a suplex from Danielson, but Kenta right back up.
Danielson back to his feet. Another suplex. Kenta back up himself. He's got Danielson belly to back right on his head.
Both these guys just getting dropped on their heads and continuing to get back to their feet. Look how worn down they are as they exchange slaps. Forearms from Danielson stops that exchange.
Kenta off the ropes. Busaiku knee. A high-impact strike from Kenta with great momentum off the ropes. Takes Danielson off his feet. Can he follow up? Can he get Danielson up on his shoulders to go to sleep? What does Kenta have to do?
Double count continuing by Todd Sinclair. Danielson back to his feet in the corner, but a dazed look on his face. Dazed but determined as he charges and connects with a forearm. Kenta staggers to the center. Went for the roaring elbow, but blocked. Crucifix. Can't keep him down. Cattle mutilation by Kenta.
Using Danielson's own hold against him. The Danielson fans chanting, please don't tap. Tiger suplex. Only 2 though.
Well, you saw the right shoulder of Danielson was able to slip out of the grasp of Kenta, and that may have been just enough to enable him to get the shoulder up, as Kenta could not keep his body weight down on Danielson's shoulders for that 3rd count.
Kenta with Danielson. Going for the fisherman's suplex. Danielson blocking the attempt.
Kenta with shots to the midsection. Drops Danielson chest first over the top rope.
Hard kick to the chest, and again. Several kicks. Danielson holding onto the ropes to prevent himself from being sent to the floor.
Kenta climbs to the top, but Danielson charges. Crotches him. And now it's Danielson in the ring. Oh, still feeling the pain in that shoulder as he climbs the 2nd turnbuckle.
Going for the belly-to-back superplex, but Kenta fighting it off. All the way to the top. Trying to get leverage here. He's got Danielson. Powerbombed into the corner.
Well, it looked like Kenta was going for the top rope powerbomb, but just sheer exhaustion and the perspiration on both of their bodies, unable to execute the maneuver, but connects right there with a knee to the chest. Cover!
Was able to charge across the ring and drive Danielson into the turnbuckles, and now following up is Kenta. Combination of strikes now. Kick to the side of the head. Another flying knee strike from Kenta. Cover. But only 2. You gotta wonder, when is he gonna be able to have Danielson softened up enough to attempt to go to sleep?
And you gotta think, if he's able to execute the maneuver, does Danielson have enough left in the tank to kick out one more time? You see him struggling just to get to his feet here. Kenta against the ropes, poised to pounce. Running knee to the back. Danielson staggers to the center. Kenta again with a head of steam off the ropes. Danielson avoids him. O'Connor roll with a bridge.
Only 2, and
right into the choke.
Kenta looking to choke out Bryan Danielson here. He's got his legs wrapped around the midsection. Will Danielson be able to continue?
We talked earlier about Danielson's positioning in executing his submission maneuvers, and Kenta, taking a page out of Danielson's book, has it locked in right in the center.
Todd Sinclair asking Danielson if he's had enough. Checking the arm now. Danielson almost lifeless. 2. Not 3. Bryan Danielson still has some left in him.
And the crowd urging him to get back to his feet.
Bryan, come on.
Both men do just that.
Oh, Danielson going for go to sleep on Kenta.
Kenta shrugs it off.
Going for cattle mutilation on Danielson once again.
Danielson reverses. Elbows to the side of the head by Danielson.
This could be it. Will Todd Sinclair stop this match? No. Kenta back to his feet. Forearms from Danielson. Roaring elbow.
Kenta won't go down. Both men weary. Up on the shoulders. Blocks the go to sleep.
Tiger suplex. Only 2. Holds onto the arms. Bridging forward. Cattle mutilation. No. Kenta wound up on top for a near fall. trying to get Danielson up.
Danielson still going for the elbows. Kenta on a knee. He's got Danielson up again. Danielson fighting with elbows. Go to sleep.